When you cross the age of 60, every bite you take matters more than ever before. The foods that once seemed harmless can suddenly make a huge difference in how you feel, how strong your body remains, and how healthy you stay. And when it comes to seafood, this is especially true. Seafood has long been considered one of the healthiest protein sources on the planet. It's packed with omega-3 fatty acids that protect the heart and brain, high-quality protein that supports your muscles, and vital minerals like iodine, selenium, and zinc that your body desperately needs as it ages. But here's the catch: not all seafood is created equal. Some types can actually speed up aging, weaken your immune system, expose you to harmful toxins, and even increase your risk of serious health conditions. Others, on the other hand, can be a life-saving addition to your plate, helping your brain stay sharp, your joints flexible, and your muscles strong. So today, let's uncover the truth. If you're over 60, there are 4 types of seafood you should avoid at all costs, and 4 powerful choices you should add to your diet to live longer, healthier, and stronger. Let's begin with the worst offenders, the seafoods you should never touch after 60. The first on the list of seafoods to avoid is shark. Now, most people don't go around eating shark meat regularly, but it can show up in certain seafood dishes, mislabeled products, and even in some restaurants under different names. The problem with shark isn't its taste or its protein content. It's the level of mercury it carries. Sharks are large predatory fish. The bigger the fish and the longer it lives, the more mercury it accumulates in its tissues. By the time it lands on your plate, shark meat can be loaded with dangerous levels of mercury. Why does this matter so much for people over 60? Mercury is a heavy metal toxin that can damage your brain, your nervous system, and your kidneys. Seniors are already at higher risk for memory issues, tremors, and balance problems. Adding mercury exposure is like pouring fuel on a fire. Studies have linked mercury in seafood to increased risk of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and cardiovascular disease. So while eating shark may sound exotic, it's one of the worst choices you could make for your long-term health. If you see it on a menu, skip it. The second seafood you must avoid after 60 is king mackerel. Mackerel in general has a reputation for being a fatty omega-3 rich fish, and some varieties are indeed good for you, which we'll talk about later. But king mackerel specifically is a mercury bomb. Just like shark, it's a predator that lives long enough to accumulate toxins. For older adults, consuming king mackerel can mean exposing your body to dangerous levels of mercury that affect your heart, blood pressure, and memory. You may not notice the effects right away, but over time, mercury builds up in your tissues and can cause chronic fatigue, numbness, difficulty walking, and cognitive decline. Unfortunately, mackerel is often sold in mixed batches, and unless you know the type, you may not realize you're eating king mackerel. To stay safe, always check the source. Spanish mackerel and Atlantic mackerel are much safer options, but king mackerel is one you should cross off your list. The third seafood on the worst list is swordfish. Swordfish is another large predator, and just like shark and king mackerel, it contains very high levels of mercury. Seniors are especially vulnerable because your body doesn't detoxify as efficiently as it did when you were younger. What this means is that mercury lingers longer, causing more damage. The brain is one of the primary targets of mercury toxicity. At a time in life when keeping your memory, focus, and mood stable is so important, eating swordfish is like opening the door to brain fog and decline. Not only that, but mercury also interferes with muscle strength, coordination, and balance. If you've ever felt unsteady on your feet, the last thing you need is a toxin that makes it worse. So no matter how tempting that grilled swordfish steak looks, avoid it completely. The fourth and final seafood you must avoid over 60 is farmed shrimp. Now, this one surprises many people. Shrimp is one of the most popular seafoods in the world. It's affordable, tasty, and low in calories. But not all shrimp is healthy. The problem lies in farmed shrimp, especially the kind imported from overseas. Farmed shrimp are often raised in crowded, unsanitary conditions. To prevent disease outbreaks, farms use large amounts of antibiotics and chemicals, many of which are banned in the United States but still used in other countries. When you eat farmed shrimp, you're also consuming these residues. And the older you get, the harder it is for your body to process these chemicals without side effects. Add to that the fact that farm shrimp often contains lower levels of omega-3s and higher levels of unhealthy fats, and you have a seafood that doesn't deserve a place on your plate. If you enjoy shrimp, the safer option is wild-caught varieties, especially those from the US or Canada, which have stricter regulations. So let's recap quickly. The 4 worst seafoods for people over 60 are shark, king mackerel, swordfish, and farmed shrimp. Avoid these if you want to protect your brain, heart, muscles, and immune system. Now let's turn to the exciting part. The 4 seafoods you absolutely should eat if you're over 60. These aren't just safe choices, they're powerful, health-boosting superfoods that can help you stay strong, energized, and sharp. The first seafood you should eat regularly is wild-caught salmon. Salmon is often called the king of fish, and for good reason. It's packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which are some of the most powerful nutrients for protecting the aging body. Omega-3s reduce inflammation, support heart health, improve joint flexibility, and even boost memory and brain function. But here's something many people don't realize. Salmon also contains a powerful antioxidant called astaxanthin. This compound is what gives salmon its reddish-pink color, and it's been shown to reduce oxidative stress, improve skin health, and support eye health, all areas that tend to decline with age. For seniors, eating salmon 2 to 3 times per week can make a noticeable difference in energy levels, mobility, and even mood. The key is to choose wild-caught salmon, not farmed, because farmed salmon can have higher levels of contaminants and lower omega-3 content. The second must-eat seafood is sardines. Don't underestimate these tiny fish. Sardines are one of the most nutrient-dense foods you can eat. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, calcium, selenium, and high-quality protein. Unlike larger fish, sardines are very low in mercury because they're small and short-lived. For people over 60, sardines offer a unique benefit: bone protection. Because they're often eaten whole, including the tiny bones, sardines provide a natural source of calcium and vitamin D. These 2 nutrients are crucial for preventing osteoporosis and keeping your bones strong as you age. On top of that, sardines are affordable, easy to store, and versatile. Whether you eat them straight out of the can, add them to salads, or mix them into pasta dishes, they provide a powerful health boost with every bite. The third seafood you should embrace is trout. Rainbow trout, especially when farmed in the US under strict guidelines, is one of the cleanest, healthiest fish you can eat. It's loaded with protein, B vitamins, potassium, and omega-3 fatty acids. For seniors, trout supports heart health, improves circulation, and provides essential nutrients for energy metabolism. What makes trout especially valuable is its balance of nutrients that help combat fatigue. Many people over 60 complain of feeling tired more easily. Trout provides iron, B12, and omega-3s, a trio that helps keep your red blood cells healthy and your energy steady throughout the day. It's also a very mild fish, which makes it appealing even if you don't love fishy flavors. The fourth seafood on the must-eat list is anchovies. Like sardines, anchovies are small, oily fish packed with nutrition. They're an excellent source of omega-3s, calcium, iron, and protein. Because they're low on the food chain, anchovies carry almost no mercury risk. For seniors, anchovies offer 2 special benefits. First, they support joint health by reducing inflammation. If you struggle with stiff knees, sore hips, or arthritis pain, the omega-3s in anchovies can bring relief. Second, they provide a concentrated dose of essential minerals that support muscle function and nerve health. Anchovies are often used as flavor enhancers in sauces, salads, or pizza toppings, but you can also find them canned in olive oil, which makes them easy to add to your diet. So let's bring it all together. If you're over 60, the 4 worst seafoods you should avoid are shark, king mackerel, swordfish, and farmed shrimp. These are high in mercury, toxins, or contaminants that can accelerate aging and damage your health. Instead, focus on the 4 best seafoods: wild-caught salmon, sardines, trout, and anchovies. These choices are rich in omega-3s, clean of heavy metals, and loaded with nutrients that protect your heart, brain, bones, and muscles. By making these simple swaps, you can continue to enjoy the incredible benefits of seafood without the hidden dangers. And the impact on your health can be profound. Stronger muscles, sharper memory, healthier joints, and more energy to do the things you love. That's the real power of choosing the right seafood after 60. Remember, food is not just fuel. Every bite you take sends a message to your body. It can be a message of healing and strength, or a message of decline and weakness. By choosing wisely, you give yourself the gift of more years, more strength, and more life. So the next time you're at the store or a restaurant, think twice. Skip the shark, swordfish, king mackerel, and farmed shrimp. Instead, reach for salmon, sardines, trout, or anchovies. Your body will thank you, not just today, but for many years to come.